Hi everyone, in Algebra 2B. Today we're going to be going over the new material in lesson 113. But again, we are not doing any new problems from lesson 110 on, or from lesson 110 on. So you do the new problems in lesson 110 and then not in lesson 113. So there's actually some problems in this lesson that you can skip, but we're going to get you started on your lesson. We're going to do numbers 10, 12, 13, and 14, and the ones you get to skip are actually 1, 6, 7, 9, and 11. So if you do those problems on your lesson, I know you didn't watch this video, but we're just going to start on number 10. So the first thing that I have to do is factor. So it's going to be x minus 3 times x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. So I'm going to set for my positive, I'm going to do x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0, and then x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. That will end up giving me x is greater than or equal to 3, and this would be x is greater than or equal to negative 2. But we're not going to use this one because we're not looking for the negative, we're looking for only the positive. Now for negative, we have to flip the inequality, so it's going to be x plus 3 is less than or equal to 0, and then x plus 2 is less than or equal to 0, which for this one, oops, it should be x minus 3, would be x is less than or equal to 3. This one would be x is less than or equal to negative 2. So these are going to be your two endpoints, negative 2 and 3. We're looking for integers, so that's points, not going to be a point with an arrow. I'm going to draw my number line, so negative 4. So this is going to be our number line. At negative 2, the point is going to be filled in. On 3, the point's going to be filled in. We are doing everything to the left of negative 2, so that would be negative 3, negative 4, and so on. And for 3, we're going to do greater than, so that would be everything greater than that. And those should be what your number line looks like. Now for number 12, now we're skipping 11 because that's one of the new problems. I'm going to solve for the inequality, or for the absolute value, but I first need to flip this inequality and take away the equal sign. Then I'll move the 1 to the other side, so I have the absolute value of x is greater than 1. Now whenever we're doing absolute value, we're going to use the positive and the negative of this number. So I'd have negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. We're doing integers again, so again that's points, not going to be dots with an arrow. On 1 and negative 1, we're not going to have those points filled in on 1 and negative 1. We're doing x is greater than, which means it's all the values on the outside of those two values, not connecting, so outside of those values. So that would be 2 and 3, and then negative 2, negative 3. So use the plus or minus of this value. Greater than means you face them away. Less than would mean you would connect them. And then the last one we're going to do is number 13. I'm going to start by just separating out this inequality. So it would be 7 is not greater than or equal to x minus 2. And then x minus 2 is less than 10. For this one, domain is real, so it's going to be point with an arrow. I'm going to flip this inequality, so I have 7 is less than or equal to x minus 2. Then move the 2. So I have 9 is less than or equal to x, but I'm going to flip that because I always want the x on the left. So it'd be x is greater than or equal to 9. For this one, I'm just going to add 2 to both sides, so I have x is less than 12. So for my number line, I'm going to have 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, and this is going to be my line. On 9, I'm going to have a filled in circle. And then on 12, I'm going to have an open circle. But it says it's going to be less than 12 but greater than 9. So that means that I'm going to connect those 2 points together and fill that in. So it's going to be any point between 9 but strictly less than 12. And that should get you started on lesson 113. Remember, these are the problems that you can skip on this lesson. It still will be graded out of 15. Just skip those problems. And then we just did those problems. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.